Well, hello. Good afternoon, you guys. This is your girl, Born. I'm back with another video. Today, I don't know why I keep looking this way. I just have to look at myself in the camera. I'm sorry. So, today, I'm doing another video, and excuse me, I'm drinking coffee. And hold on, just one. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm talking about some things that we all go through, and a lot of us are probably going through it now, and then some of us are, you know, we might be okay, but for me, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this video without, you know, like getting emotional or anything. As you can tell, like from my personal story, I tend to quit a lot on everything. I have not uploaded a video in like 3 weeks or whatever because I've been dealing with personal issues and stuff like that. But God spoke and said, you know, upload another video. You don't quit just because things ain't working out in your life. You don't just quit because, you know, it's not working out the way that you want it or the way you feel like you need it done. And, you know, because if that was the case, you know, a lot of stuff that we have today, if those people would have quit, we wouldn't have those things today. But they also were able to provide it for us through the power of God or whatever, because God had already spoke it for us to survive and for us to have things. So I have 2 scriptures I'm going to read to y'all today. One is Isaiah 40:22. I titled it, Be Comforted. Now, God had already prepped me for this stuff, so thank God that He prepped me for it. And I was rain when it was back then, but you know, thank God for that, because it makes doing this a little bit easier. Okay, so Isaiah 40:20, my bad, 40, chapter 40. Verse 20, it looks like 29. Y'all, I can't even read my own handwriting. But anyway, it says, be comforted. And the scripture reads, He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, He increases strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. It's a familiar scripture. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. The young man shall utterly fall. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Okay, and a lot of times, you know, we think that in life, you know, we don't think that we're supposed to go through things. We're not supposed to, you know, why isn't this working? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm fasting, I'm praying, I'm helping others, I'm sewing, I'm paying my bills, I'm going to work, I'm on time, I'm the good person in the group. I feel like I'm the good person in the group. You know, things like that. I'm using that as an example. I'm not the perfect person in the group, and at times though, when I do get down and I do get depressed, I will say things to God like, I did this, and I was just, you know, like, why is this happening to me? And I was just doing the best. I feel like I was doing the best I can. I was being obedient. I was moving when you said move. I was not, you know, doing it. But, you know, we still, as it says, the young man shall utterly fall. The youth shall, back up. Verse 30, even the youth shall faint and be weary. The young men shall utterly fall. And 31, but those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. I'm just going to pause right there. But it says that the youth, all of us, and I take it and look at it in a spiritual sense. Don't look at it just because, you just like 50, 40, 30, or however old you feel. You're still young in spirit. So it says that the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall, meaning that because you're still young in your spirit and stuff, you're never perfect in God. And you need to understand that you're never perfect in God. I don't care how much you think that you are, and, you know, but, you know, we're all striving to be perfect for God. So You still gonna fall, and it's not you just gonna fall, but you gonna utterly fall, and you know you gonna faint, you gonna be weary. But when you get down and you get depressed and you get anxiety and panic attacks, and you don't know how this bill gonna get paid, you don't know how to feed your kids, and you don't know where to go, you ain't got nowhere to go, you're on the verge of being homeless, and you ain't got no support system or whatever it is, you're supposed to be still and see the salvation of the Lord. It's never your battle. It's never about you at the end of the day. And you have to realize that I know that things are not getting done, and you just like, I only got like one more day left for today's last day, and I got my final notice, and my children have been starving for like, I don't know, a day or half a day. When you wait on the Lord, He shall renew your strength. You shall mount up with wings as eagles, and you shall run and not be weary, and you shall walk and not faint. And basically, when God said He's gonna, what that means is let God supply all your needs according to His riches and glory. Allow God to be that husband for you, be that wife for you, be that support for you, be that child for you, be that whatever it is that you need, whatever void that you're trying to fill with the world and stuff. I'm sorry for not holding the camera. Whatever it is that you need support for in this world, you need to let God be that support system for you in this world. I'm sorry. Okay. And the last one, because I'm not going to stay on here too long, because I understand it gets a time and a place in your life, and maybe it's just me, because sometimes I tend to feel like words are not working for me. I don't care how much somebody's preaching and talking and just, God gonna bless you, hold on, God gonna do it and everything like that. But until a lot of people, they're just like, until I see some action, I just can't get it. But the just shall live by faith. That's why God said, those who wait upon the Lord, He shall renew their strength. Not the ones who gonna sit there and gonna try to take matters into their own hand, and the ones who gonna try to do everything themselves and just not gonna depend on God whatsoever. God is talking about those ones who are going to wait on Him and be patient in their waiting. Like, I was honestly sitting there thinking the other day, I was just like, if God told me to wait, like, because I was, Abraham and Sarah, the story of Abraham and Sarah, they was in their 90s when God had fulfilled the promise, and it took 25 years for them to get that promise. And I think God even delayed it even longer because they was disobedient by allowing Abraham to sleep with Hagar, because that wasn't the promise. So and I mean, it's understandable, you wait that long and you get to a place where at this point you're just like, well, it is what it is, God ain't gonna do it. I don't waited this long. It's like the last day. Any day now I'm due for death, or any day now, they gonna put me out. Any day now, my children gonna die. I'm probably gonna die. Any day now, anything can happen. And you just don't want to be in that situation where it just seems like things just not working. It's not time. But God's perfect timing is amazing. Like, when God does something, it's perfect timing. I mean, it's like perfect. Like, you be thinking like, oh man, it's just not gonna work. But I'm telling you, because sometimes you have to do like David, when the people in the story of Ziklag, when the people was looking to stone him, and there were times where they were trying to stone him, and they were just like, like they was trying to blame him for everything that was going on, or they stole it. They took our women and our children and stuff, and you the king, and how could you not, protect our stuff when it wasn't his fault? Some things are just out of your control, and people blame you for things that just happen in your life that's just out of control, and you don't know how to control it, and you can't control it because it's something that God allowed to happen for a specific reason and a purpose to be fulfilled. And sometimes the purpose is only to get your attention to turn to Him so that He can get the glory out of the situation and not you get the glory out of the situation. Because if David would have been able to protect them in that type of situation, to keep their wife, they would have been praising David and not God. But David went and turned to the Lord, and he said, it says that he had to encourage himself in the Lord. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to, even though all the other voices around you telling you you're not going to make it, you're not going to do this, and you ain't going to never be nothing, and you ain't going to never amount to anything. And I never thought I would ever hear those words from family of all people. I've heard those words from family of all people, but, God had got me to a place to where you got to turn your face away from them, quit looking at them, and just turn your back away from them. They turn their back on you, you just turn you face the Lord, and you tell the Lord your cries, and you cry to Him. And that's something that I've learned from David. And sometimes I feel like David, where I've always had to just get down on my knees, get in my face, go in my closet, and had to just turn to God for everything, because I was like, God, I ain't got nobody and nothing right now, and I just really just need you to help me make them out of the liars. Not necessarily, because we're not going to talk about the people. We're going to talk about the spirits that's in the people, because you're not wrestling with that person. It's the spirit that's trying to get to you through that person. And sometimes it can be your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your husband, your kids, whoever it is. And the spirit that got off of them, and now it's trying to, and its goal is not to get them. Its goal is to try to get you, because you are the anointed, you are the chosen one, and you are the one God has called for a huge purpose, for a greater purpose. So, try not to stay on here too long. But God get me going. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so but when you're the chosen vessel for God and for His kingdom and stuff like that, those spirits are gonna come after you as strong as they can and fight you until they can really just, put you down into a deep dark hole. And when you get to that deep dark hole and you feel like you ain't got nothing left, you'll hear a voice. Like, I've heard the voice, and I wrote down things, and I thank God, like I said, He's already prepared me for this thing. So the other verse that I'm going to read to you guys is John chapter 6 verse 12. And when they were filled, He said unto His disciples, gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. Gather. And what God is saying in this is He's saying, because I said God is speaking to me today. And I don't know what season I don't know what I was going through at the time, but hey, it helped me out. So it says God is saying, basically, gather up all that you have and keep it, because it serves a greater purpose. And sometimes when you got, like, it may just be one thing. It may just even just be your Bible that you have left or whatever. And you just, whatever it is,